This is Goals Fan Zone, 5 versus 1. We've got 5 Arsenal fans versus 1 Liverpool fan. Let's go. First topic is Arsene Wenger versus Jurgen Klopp. Who wants to start?
You have the floor.
Go on, Mitch.
3 words, 1 Champions League.
Have I got the floor now?
Yeah.
Look, Jurgen Klopp, no doubt an absolute legend. He came in at Liverpool when you were at rock bottom and transformed you into what you are today, back to the glory days. But if we're actually talking about who's better, who made more of an impact, it's Arsene Wenger, and I don't think it's even close. When he came to Arsenal in 1996, English football was old school. Wenger came in and completely transformed that. The modern day football is what it is today. Along with that, 3 Premier League titles, never lost a game in a Premier League season, something that has never and will never ever be done again. So Jurgen Klopp, what he did in this game, the game that he played in, the game that he managed in, was only the game because of what Arsene Wenger created, what he brought to the game in terms of behind the scenes, how he changed it.
The big paragraphs that they proper get me. I just stopped listening. I
think we found a weak point.
So you argue that Arsene Wenger changed the game with nutrition and food. So blah blah blah, they can't lie. He got used to 1 Champions League final in 22 years. You got to remember that. He just lost. You kicked him out the club because he weren't satisfying you enough.
The thing is, it's very difficult to discredit what Arsene Wenger did, whether even if you're a Spurs fan, because everyone knows that Wenger changed football. Although it was a sour ending, what he did from 1996 probably up until 2006, just after we lost the Champions League final, was revolutionary. He revolutionised the game. It was a very prolonged decline, and it was a sort of like a Muhammad Ali. It was sort of like he didn't really know when to leave. He didn't really know when to retire.
What, Muhammad Ali and Wenger are
the greatest
stuff
of all time.
Yeah.
A man who's not won the Champions League, I'm not even saying this to take the piss, is the greatest. Well, he has the same as Arsenal, 0. So like, how would you compare Muhammad Ali?
Changed the game and went on a bit longer than he probably should have, and ended up getting knocked out in his last 3 or 4 fights, and then decided to retire. Same happened with Arsene Wenger. No?
That's crazy. Would you trade your FA Cups for the Champions League?
Oh, every single one of them.
Yeah.
You can take all 14. I don't know if I'd trade all 14. Maybe give you 10. Maybe give you 10. Yeah.
It's 10 for
know.
1.
For 1? 10 for 1? How much are they worth? Oh wow! That was the comment. That was the stinker and hooked. Obviously, Wenger was in a very different period to Jurgen Klopp. Do you think Wenger would be successful in this current era?
Yeah, definitely. I think Wenger was a generational manager. The way he coached players, the things he done off the pitch, he literally revolutionised the sport. So I think whatever he done can work. I think he revolutionised football, the way people look at football in England as well.
We got to look at it at the aspect of the style of football now that we play is something completely different to 20 years ago. So even though Arsene Wenger would have the style of play that he'd like to play, it just gets shut down by teams sitting at the back and the far back and countering offers.
I'm sure you remember 2013-14, the goals, Wilshere, Ramsey, that era of Wenger. He was still playing the beautiful football, and that's not that long ago. That was the year Liverpool challenged for the league, no? Am I right?
Oh, he's bringing up the slip.
Gerrard's got more Champions League, so you know what I mean. That's all that needs to be said.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Boys, on that note, the time is up. I will be deciding who won that round. Mitchie, you turned up to the party, and I've given you your point. So well done, well done. Yeah. I mean, listen, you turned up. Mitchie turned up. Next topic. Arsenal have never had a midfielder better than Steven Gerrard.
I'll take the floor on this one if you want.
You have it all, bro. Let me hear what this has to say.
I know first thing you're going to say is the slip thing against Chelsea.
I was even
right, well, you was. So starters, he's won the Champions League, FA Cup, he's won everything. He scores winners for Liverpool. He'd walk through any midfield that you could put out.
You said he won everything, right?
Yeah.
Did he win a Premier League?
The Premier League.
So you can't say he won. You can't say he won everything and then forget the Premier League. I got some people who did win one, multiple, one goal the Premier League.
Name them.
Gilberto Silva, Patrice Evra. Was it Patrice Evra? So my bad. Vieira. Listen.
PeakFighterr, I've just had a bit of a discussion with the VAR room. We are going to let this one go, but you are yellow card.
Well, the lights are bright. It's not my fault.
Patrice Evra is crazy work.
Also, Vieira, but they're better. Gerrard, he slipped multiple times. He didn't win everything, did he?
Can I ask you? You say better? How?
My eyes.
Oh, that's it.
Your
eyes.
My eye test. Sometimes you gotta watch football with your eyes.
Does the Vieira score winners?
I mean, he plays DM, but...
Did he score winners, yes or no?
Oh, okay.
Exactly, you don't know. So you sat there going, my eyes, but you don't even understand the play you're talking about.
PeakFighterr, you have finally been voted out.
Already? I've only been in for that 10 seconds! I said one name wrong, like...
Have a word with them. Don't look at me.
Okay, I'm just going to put all the trophies and stuff aside at this point because that's a team collective effort and achievement. Patrick Vieira is a better footballer than Steven Gerrard, and we've even got players on the rise like Declan Rice who are going to be who maybe will look back at the end of their career.
If they don't put their red things up, you cannot argue Steven Gerrard and Declan Rice.
Yeah, because you
are you daft? I'm not being honourable. Are you daft?
Listen, you spoke about the match winning.
You can never ever say Declan Rice and Steven Gerrard again. Did Vieira play anywhere else in the field?
I've given you my.
No, just genuine question. Like, I'm asking if you don't know the answer, tell me. If you're swerving it, tell me. Swerving it, tell me.
Because
Steven Gerrard, he could play backup striker on the right, on the left, in the middle, at the 10, at the 6, at the 8. He could play anywhere.
Let me scrap the Patrick Vieira then. Let me just scrap Patrick Vieira because, like I've said, will be a better.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to cut you. You've been subbed out, man. Oh, you're cooking them, Mitchie. I love it. Right, Pincus, you've been subbed in.
Yep.
I just want to know, which Arsenal player are you putting up against Gerrard?
I'm not going to sit here and say that the player that I have in mind is better than Gerrard, but I want to do a little exercise, okay? I want you to go through Gerrard's...
So you ducked the question?
I want you to go through...
You just ducked the question.
Hang on. Let me cook, please.
Okay.
I want you to go through Gerrard's best attributes, okay? Gerrard is arguably the most clutch player, but that's not an attribute. I'm talking physical attributes.
Shooting, passing, say strength, defending, and then say his like mindset.
I mean it when I say this. Is there any attribute that you just mentioned that Declan Rice doesn't have?
Shooting. He scored.
Shooting?
No, hear me out.
Shooting is a bit of a rogue one from you.
Just because he scores free kicks doesn't mean he's a prime finisher.
No. He's got. I mean, you look up all of his Arsenal goals. He's an unbelievable shooter. You can't discredit his shooting.
Is Rice better technically than Gerrard?
I don't think so. Steven Gerrard, technically superb. But I think in a game today that is arguably more technical than it was then, Declan Rice is showing that he can do everything that Gerrard did. Please do not discredit Declan Rice here and what he can go on to achieve.
All right, time.
Okay.
Mitchie, you've done very well that round. I think it was a very clear winner. It's a point to you, so well done. I'm sorry, boys. Mate, you went through like three of you got cooked. Next round, no more than 3 Arsenal players start for Liverpool right now.
Well, we've got plenty of players who start for Liverpool, to be honest. We've got the full-backs. On the right-hand side, we've got Timber and Ben White, who I see both as better right-backs and more established right-backs than Frimpong. Up front, we've got Gyökeres far ahead of...
Can I interrupt?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Lewis Skelly got sent off twice in 5 games. Ben White, anyone asked about him, he's not been mentioned. Am I allowed to swear?
So what about Gyökeres?
Yeah, 19 pens.
19 penalties.
Yeah.
What about the other 30
Played
goals?
for Coventry and averaged 1 goal every 3 games.
I can talk about the centre-backs as well. So William Saliba's definitely up there. I mean, you can bring Van Dijk to the table, but like I said already, the question here is that we have no more than 3 or 3, and I've given you about 4.
Okay, so you got a pen merchant up front. Are you Mohamed Salah for being a pen merchant, by the way?
Pen merchant.
Yeah.
Gyökeres has probably scored more goals last season. In fact, it's probably a fact.
Yeah, and Gyökeres is playing against Farmers. Saka wouldn't get in over Salah. Odegaard wouldn't get in over Wirtz. Gabriel Saliba would only take 1 spot for Canate. Ben White's not even top 3 right backs in the Premier League, and you know that. Because
Frimpong isn't either.
I mean, Frimpong is.
He's never played
the
Premier League.
League. Won the league. Starts in his national team.
Ben White would be starting for the national team.
No, he wouldn't.
He's on bigger things.
No, he would. Like what? Winning trophies.
No,
he's not. Anyway, you got Declan Rice.
Declan Rice starts over any of the Gravenberchs or McAllisters.
So why have you signed another 6 then?
Huh?
Why have you signed another 6? You got
so
2
that
6s.
Declan Rice can play further forward and smash in more of the goals that he's been smashing in for Arsenal.
Right, I have stopped the timer. You have been voted out, unfortunately, Dylan.
Right.
So we're gonna have a little substitution,
okay,
and we're gonna get back to it. Just quickly before you enter your discussion, why did you vote Dylan out?
You'll see.
Oh, okay. You came to cook, yeah?
You're getting on to Dylan for speaking about Gyökeres.
Yeah.
You're talking about a player that hasn't even played in the Premier. You're talking about Wirtz being one of the best players to come in. You're talking about Frimpong being the best right back in the league. He's played 0 minutes in the league so far. We've seen players come from abroad, come into the Premier League and not cut it out because it's not for them and they move back away. So for you to assume Frimpong's going to come in and automatically take that best right back position, you're miles off it. But Yuri and Timber, that's 1. And I'm going to continue talking. You're going to step back. So Yuri and Timber's 1. Lewis Skelly is 2. You're talking about mistakes and youngsters. Mate, we can go on for hours. Gerrard slipped, please, and he was old. So you can't talk about youngsters and making mistakes. That's 2. Martin Zubimendi gets in at Liverpool, 100%, because you ain't even got your best midfield 3 sorted out. Part of our midfield 3 is Declan Rice, so that's 4 already. So the argument's done. And ain't even gone into the forward line yet. Gyökeres is better than your strikers because you can't even find out which one is your striker.
I'd say 2. I'd say Gabriel Saliba, because obviously you got Gyökeres prem-proven. You've got Virgil van Dijk and you've got Frimpong. And then you say Declan Rice and Zubimendi, you've bought a new 6 when you've now got 2 6s. And then the up-front's perfect. Yeah.
2 players. All right. I am going to give it to the Gooners. They won that one. I'm sorry, Mitch. Next topic. Thierry Henry versus Mohamed Salah. You right there? You right there, mate? Who wants to start us off?
I'll start it
Wait,
off.
can I ask that quick? Is it just through Arsenal, not like Barcelona? Yeah, it's got to be just an Arsenal.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Again, I'm going to pay my respects to Mo Salah here. Unbelievable footballer, Premier League Hall of Famer, no doubt. But Thierry Henry was that and everything more.
This is the problem I have now, where there's a lot of the footballers from back in the day. Everyone goes on about how back in the day they were so good, they were this, to that. And when you look at the numbers that Salah's put up, the consistency that he's put up, he's right up there with Thierry Henry. Now he's just beat Thierry Henry's record of most goals and assists in the Premier League, and he also beat Thierry Henry's record of that as well. If you look at the statistics wise, Salah's kept up to date. He's now on 4 golden boots, the same as Thierry Henry. He's won the Premier League twice. He's won the FA Cup. He's won
Thierry
everything.
Henry won it all for club and country.
But you got to remember
everything. Champions League,
Thierry
Premier
Henry,
League.
But did he win the Champions League at Arsenal?
He didn't.
And that's what I'm trying to say is, if you're on about Thierry Henry and Arsenal, Mohamed Salah's better at Liverpool than Thierry Henry was at Arsenal.
Henry is the benchmark. So Henry is the player that Salah is trying to reach. And look, I can't sit here and say that I watched prime Thierry Henry tear it up in an Arsenal shirt, because I didn't. I'm not old enough. But what I can do, one, is ask people that did witness it, who is the greatest Premier League player of all time. 99.9% of them will point towards Thierry Henry. I can also go on YouTube and type in Thierry Henry highlights and see him do things on a football pitch that if Salah attempted to do, he would end up in A&E. He can't even... Thierry Henry's technicality is beyond anyone else.
You saying the eye test, Henry over Salah?
Oh, 100%.
Salah ran through prime Man City, the City squad that was losing to no one in Anfield,
did it at
scored
United.
on his weak foot. A lot of people say that Salah's not technical on the ball, but when you actually watch Salah run down the wing, back when he first signed for Liverpool, you got to remember he's 33, still ripping it up in the Prem. Like, what was Thierry Henry doing at 33?
Well, it wasn't Arsenal, so we can't talk about that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Salah is 33
Actually, I
in
think
the
he
Prem.
might have come back for a year and scored a few goals.
3 goals in 7 games
he did do
in the League One.
He didn't do too bad. It still showed that he had it.
Like, when you look at the age as well of Salah, no disrespect to Thierry Henry, but 33 years of age, still walking through the Premier League.
Yeah.
Is that down to the quality of the Premier League, though?
100%. I think that defenders back in the day were a lot tougher. Salah wouldn't get the room that he gets these days.
Yeah, but when you look at it, you got to remember, you got a right back who flanks forward to create more space. We've seen Gary Neville do that back in the day.
I'd say also that Liverpool's system, since he's walked through the doors, has been built around Salah and catered to Salah. It wasn't built around Henry. Henry just used his individual brilliance to stand out.
Don't want to put you on the spot, but you said you didn't watch him. So how would you know the tactics around him?
But I've watched enough of.
Enough highlights of him
I've
scoring.
done enough Premier League years.
You know,
I've done enough.
if I put a highlight reel of Nunes on, you'd never watched him. You think he's the best striker in the world.
Your dad is sitting there. If I asked him who the best Premier League player of all time was, he'd probably say that Thierry Henry.
Say James Milner.
It's James Milner.
James Milner.
Right, on that note, boys, well done. That is the end of that round.
That was a good one, man.
Great debate.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Love that. I am really struggling to judge this one. So, was it Mitchie or was it PapaPincus? Let us know in the comments, all right? Next round. Who is the bigger club? Arsenal or Liverpool?
Is yours gold?
Have you got a Champions League?
Is yours gold?
Was what gold?
Your Premier League trophy?
No.
Okay. So
Was you alive when you won it?
yes,
No.
I was actually. I was 1 year old.
Exactly. You're not conscious at once. So you
I was
didn't-
conscious at
you
one,
go on-
actually.
You go on about...
That's really upsetting. Is yours gold? You didn't know me at 1 year old, son.
As you know.
You were still in your dad's ball bag.
That's what I thought you were saying Invincibles. That's why I didn't know what to do.
You had 2 bats at the cherry against us that year. Did you win any of them?
No, do you know the scores?
Did I know the scores? No, because I was 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't
There you
matter
go.
though.
So are you going on
And
about
guess how
it?
many, okay, you want to talk about the
How many draws do you have that season?
12, and it doesn't matter because none of them were L's.
Hey, listen, he keeps bringing up the Invincibles. Have you got anything?
No, he's just leeching off it. Let him leech.
Oh, so you're going to let me take the point then? Because you're saying let him lead, so you're not trying to fight me
No,
back?
because you know what the bigger club is. That's why you're going on about the same point. I've got 10 different points. You
Okay,
got 1.
Let me ask you a question.
No.
I'm going to ask you a question anyways.
No, what?
I'm going to ask you a question anyway. Is yours gold, though? I've added an extra word just in case you didn't understand what I said.
No, we're listening. I can't lie. Do you want to ask it again?
Say that one more time.
Do you want to ask it again?
Parrot, you just asked the same thing twice.
I don't know what's happening here. Mitch, you land your points. You said you got 10 different points?
6 Champions Leagues.
Okay.
We've won the Premier League twice in the
Mashallah,
last
well
5
done.
years.
Who's got a better fan base?
Us, 100%.
What? Most of my neighbours are Liverpool fans. What? And I'm in London. That's not a better fan base. You just got
Wait, so
glory
you've
hunters.
just shown that we're bigger? Because
He said better, not bigger. He said better.
6 Champions Leagues, Steven Gerrard, better fan base, most trophies in England, one of the most iconic grounds in the world. We got finals that people remember. You don't even make it to finals. You struggle to United in Europa League. That have to be brought up. And yeah, I don't know. Mohamed Salah's bigger than your whole club.
Wow,
wait.
whoa, what a way to end it.
Wait.
No, I'm sorry, that's time. Time is done.
Oh, that was just
Time is
bonus.
done, time is done. Boys, another fantastic debate. I think it was a clear dub to Mitchie. Well done, mate.
You just said Salah was bigger than
I mean, he's not wrong.
No, not he's a player. That's yours.
Next round, who is the better manager? Mikel Arteta or Arne Slot?
I will let you take this because you won the Premier League. You can go first.
Answer for me.
Well, what about
We've got a Premier League and you don't.
But he took the keys from Klopp, and that was it.
Keys from Klopp. We made no signings, and we came. We came third the season Klopp left, and we made 2 signings, and one of them was on loan.
If I gave my dad the keys to Liverpool and made him manager, he would win the Premier League too. Arsenal had so many injuries. We had no attackers. We played Moreno up top. Trossard, we tried to play Sterling. He was terrible.
He literally played up front and he was fine. He scored 2 against Leicester.
I'm talking about we didn't have the players to compete for the Prem.
Yeah, but you didn't in the first place.
What do you mean?
You're renowned for coming second. You've come second the last 3 years. You can't sit there and go, we don't have this, we don't have that.
Hold up. This ain't about Arteta versus other previous managers. We're talking about Arne Slot here. So don't compare the other times he came second. We're talking about this one right here.
And did you come second this year?
We did.
You have spent more net spend this transfer window than us, and your signings are nowhere near as good as ours.
But what does that have to do with Arteta?
Arteta
has a good squad implemented right there.
Sorry, quickly, Mitchie, sorry. They have voted out PeakFighterr. I'm sorry, bro. Second time you've been voted out.
I'm getting that 20 seconds!
Hey, listen, bro.
That's it. Every single Arsenal fan.
All right, 3 strikes and you're out. 3 strikes and you're out. Dylan, you've been subbed in. Kick us off.
Yeah, so taking over from PeakFighterr, I do slightly disagree with the fact that, Liverpool were a Premier League ready side when Arne Slot took over. I think he did a very good job too in the league, but I also think he had a lot of luck on his side, and I think he proved that in the fact that he didn't go too far into the FA. Well, you got knocked out by who? Plymouth Argyle in the FA Cup. You got knocked out of the Champions League at home.
On pens.
So did we. All in all, I don't think the Liverpool side was as great as the previous Liverpool side in 2020 that won the league, so to say. I don't think Liverpool are an unbeatable team, but I think when Arsenal are at their best, I don't see a team on the planet that can beat us when we do have all of the players available. I think the season before you won the league last year, what were we, 1 point off the title? And like I said, we got extremely unfortunate, and I think we would have won it last year.
You just asked if this is a podcast.
I was just going to say, I went on for a while there. Well, I was going to start with, you said trophies. You need to say trophy, because you only won one. Go on about... No, Mikel Arteta.
That's Arne Slot's also only won one.
Yeah, but what trophies Arne Slot won?
Huh?
What one's better, Premier League or FA Cup?
Well, I'd rather win a Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So let's not try and negotiate.
You also went out to Plymouth in the FA Cup, which I
and we also got beat by the champions of the Champions League, PSG.
So when we won the FA Cup, we beat Man City, who were the Premier League champions.
Yeah, 5 years ago. Is that anything to do with Arne Slot?
There's one trophy versus.
You said that our squad, that this season is worse than 2020, and the only reason we didn't have a chance at the league is because of injuries.
Right.
Even though Mo Salah had the best season of his life at the age of 33.
Right,
we made no signings, brought one signing in who played, I think, 4 games in the Premier League coming off the bench. Arne Slot worked with the players.
We didn't make signings either, by the way. Oh. We signed a rotational left back and a midfielder who ended up playing up front.
Talk about style of play. Now, these are not my words, but some people call them set piece FC, corner FC. Do you believe that? Do you think that's what they do?
Throughout the season, you were renowned and turned into, a meme for being constantly going on about corners. How you are the best corners in the league. You got the best free kicks in the league. There was a point where you were winning games through your centre halves.
Is that anti-football? Just quickly, is that anti-football?
Yeah.
Well, we also conceded up there with the most from set pieces.
Can I just say that quick? You go on about how you came second, but when we won the league, you said the league was broken, so you came second in a broken league. You said that we only won the league because every other team fell off.
Right.
So you came second in a league where every other team fell off.
Yeah, we were one of the teams that fell off.
Yeah, exactly.
On that note, that is the debate done. Okay, I have decided the winner is Mikel Arteta. Arsenal. Next round, who will finish higher this season, Arsenal or Liverpool?
Do you want to go first?
That's Liverpool. It's easily Liverpool, and you know that.
I think Liverpool are going to have a good season, but you got 2 new fullbacks, you got a new attacking midfielder, you got new players all over the pitch. Arsenal are coming into a season, all our injured players last year are coming back, they're fit and they're firing. The last couple of years, everyone's been saying, Arsenal need a striker, Arsenal need a striker. He's here now. He's here now.
That's got to be a card, ref.
Have a word.
Play on.
Listen, we've got our striker now, we've got all our players back. I think we're going to finish first.
So all your players who were injured are now back, so you're going to win the league?
Yes, because last year, if we didn't have so many injuries, if we didn't have a striker,
you would have won the league. Yeah,
if we didn't have a striker who's a £30 million centre midfielder from Real Sociedad, we would have won the league.
Oh wow, Matt is out. Right.
You haven't got your core, like you said, your fullbacks for the first time in, 7 years? You've got completely different fullbacks. Van Dijk's going to look to his right, he's going to look to his left, and you're heavily relying on Wirtz as well. We don't know what he's about yet. I think a lot of Liverpool fans have sold themselves a dream that Wirtz is just going to come in and be this unbelievable double figures on assists and goals. That might not be the case.
You got to look at it as from we brought Florian Wirtz into a squad which has already won the league. Let's say he doesn't have the best start of the season. We've got backup options. We've got Szoboszlai. We've got players, Trey Noy even. We can bring loads. There's loads of players we can move around, switch in to make a more comfortable squad. You got Jeremy Frimpong, who's already won the league in the Bundesliga.
I don't get this Bundesliga thing, by the way. We've got Granit Xhaka who won the league in the Bundesliga in the exact same team.
Haaland came from the Bundesliga. Jude Bellingham came from the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
You can't just compare Granit Xhaka to Frimpong because they played for the same
Xhaka was
team.
more instrumental in that Bundesliga win, but that we're getting off topic. Yeah. But like Matt said, we're well oiled. We've finished the last 3 years second. We know what the heartbreak feels like, and I think that it's going to be fourth time lucky. Is it 3 or 4?
You tell me, mate. You're the Arsenal fan. Let me quickly ask you, what's going to be the big difference then going into the season?
I think us having the top scorer in Europe for the past year will make a pretty big
going to be the difference maker?
I think he could be the difference maker. We conceded 17 less goals than you last season. Mm-hmm. You scored more goals. We add someone that scored 97 goals in the last 102 games into that side. We're going to probably score a few more goals and potentially win the Premier League.
When you bring him over from the Portuguese league, where the only 3 teams that most people know of are Benfica, Porto.
Bruno Fernandes did all right. Ronaldo did all right. Gyökeres joining Arsenal has made people discredit the Portuguese league completely. And I'm not saying it's the greatest league in the world, but it doesn't matter about the league. 97 goals in 102 games. Why is no one else doing that?
What good strikers are playing in leagues like that?
Jamie Vardy was playing non-league.
Final question, Mitchie. Obviously, it's been talked about already, that depth at centre-back. Are you worried about that going into the season?
Yeah, Andy Robbo starting to play centre-half in the lower league games, so Carabao Cup, FA Cup. So even though we haven't got much rotation, we can bring 2 centre-halves in. We'll easily have 5-6 centre-backs.
Let's say Van Dijk got injured. Would you be worried about the season?
No, because we're still in the league.
Boys, fantastic. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. Great debates. Mitchie, well done, mate. 1 versus 5. It's always going to be difficult, so big props to you, man. I can't decide on that final debate, so please, everyone in the comments, make sure to comment who you think was the winner. Was it Mitchie or was it PapaPincus and Arsenal? So let us know in the comments down below. Peace.
Arsenal, 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 Arsenal.